Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's a special Thanksgiving night presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears versus Kyler Murray and the Green Bay Packers.
About 3 inches of the white stuff has fallen, and the prognosticators say still 3 to 5 more to come tonight in Chicago as we welcome you to football under the lights at snowy Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weathers. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
I loved our discussion this week. You know, we had our weekly phone call to talk about our game coming up. And we had to reflect on the fact that he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award last week, yet his team lost. You don't see that very often.
No, I know a lot of people dislike that, but when you look at the numbers across the conference from last week, he was clearly the best. So I say the award goes to him, and it did.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. He was so good, they just couldn't ignore him.
Touchdown, Packers! Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. One play in the end zone on the long touchdown pass. You knew they wanted to get him involved. He's their go-to guy. First play, though, wow.
Yeah, and I remember when I was playing, something similar happened. I remember getting to the sideline and my coach said, so what in the scouting report with circling him, putting a star by him, did you not
What'd
get
you miss?
that he was a good player? And that's the question I would have for them now. You know, as you said, he's a go-to guy. How is he not covered? No, I should say covered well.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in. Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Fields on first down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. What they call? They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second and 21. A lot of ground to cover.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up,
Play action. It's Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the 50, here's Fields. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now we'll get an injury timeout here, and that is Justin Fields having some troubles down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Here's Foles. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Flush to his right. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. Murray going to hold on to it once more. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. These two teams all tied after one. From the 35 on second down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and 11, and some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Shotgun now from Murray. That one complete. He finds Shark. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
From just shy of midfield, Fields. Fighting him off. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
All day, dog. Mike, check. 59.
Fields. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Back to throw. Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now the point after try for Santos. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. They fake the handoff, now Murray. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Meanwhile, Murray's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Murray now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Murray now to throw. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Josiah DeGuara in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result, a Green Bay score. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Once again, hope everyone out there has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Settling down now to watch Thursday night football. Let's take a look ahead to what's coming here on the rest of this holiday weekend. One of the best of the early games, we'll highlight it there. The Giants in for a stern test at home at MetLife Stadium as they'll get set to tangle with the Minnesota Vikings. Lots to look forward to in the late afternoon window as well, one being a late start in Foxborough, where it'll be the Patriots taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now a first down throw, Fields. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Throwing again on second down. Fields. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Here's Fields. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
No!
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Murray. On target over the middle to Hill. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Murray going to try to throw on third down. And this is Cook with a grab. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On play action, it's Murray. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Play fake. Murray. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. To throw again on second down. Murray busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. We are headed to the fourth here on Thanksgiving night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So third down and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Now Murray again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Now Crosby for the point after. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Cohen now to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On first down, it's Fields. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Fields now to throw. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, here's Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now Fields. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down. Throwing on third down, Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Fields. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Packers down 24-21, a minute 55 remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Back to throw, Murray. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Murray to throw. Complete, Dillon. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Murray. That's complete. It's Cook. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Hands it off out of the gun, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they take a knee. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right on the 30. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To throw is Murray. He's going to let it fly. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Murray, one final try. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cook. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bears, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they dropped their 7th game on the year.